All right, I wanted to do a video to kind of chronicle a build. I'm not going to go into full detail of everything I do during the build, but just kind of show the process of what I do. So I think in one of my earlier builds, I built a bunch of necks. So here's one of the necks that I'm going to use. After it gets finished up and cleaned up, it'll look really nice. So the other thing was selecting a box. So here's the box. It's a Cohiba box, very plain. I've already put some tape on here and I've kind of marked the center, and I've figured out the how high the neck is going to sit in the box. But I'm going to turn the camera around here real quick. I'll just kind of lay the pieces on here, kind of the mock-up of the way I see this going, and then I'll just show various pieces as I go along through this build. So here's the box. I just got the covers and the bridge kind of laid on there along with the volume knobs. It's going to kind of just be a black theme. These will be top of the box pickups for it. I have the bridge, almost all the way to the end of the box. So there's the neck laying up against the box. So this is a mahogany neck with a maple heel and a maple fretboard. So there's the fretboard just laying on top. I've already got it cut out. The other cool thing was when I got this box, it had these little thin sheets in there that they use, I guess, to separate the cigars with. It's got the Cohiba logo on there. So I'm really thinking about putting that on this headstock once I get it shaped out and cut out. You'll still have the multicolor. You'll be able to see that on the back, the mahogany and the maple. But I think it'll kind of bring the two together, just putting that up there on the headstock. I did it on one other build and I really liked it. So, all right. So as I get further along, I'll just kind of cut in here and there and give you a good look at the progress as we go about building this thing. So I have the inside of the box pieces set and glued up. These pieces back here to help. I basically squared the neck with the box, and then I used these pieces. I clamped them in place and then pulled them back off and glued them so that when the neck slides in here, it's got a place to go, and that'll help keep it centered in the box and keep everything square. Went ahead and glued up my pieces that are going to lock down. I also, these are the inside pieces that come with this, come inside this box, and so I have glued those into the box to just kind of help keep the lid sturdy. So the other thing I have done now is I have cut the neck. Okay. So I have sized it to the box. So here and here will touch the lid, or rest with the lid. And then there's a little trough here so that it's not touching the box. This piece down here is solid because I'm gonna, from the underside, I'll screw the neck to the box. So now go ahead and close the lid. So you can see how it fits. Kind of got it fitted in there. So I'm going to cut this fretboard down, but I always try to leave it long, and the reason why I leave it long is because I run it back squared on the neck. Make sure it's squared up, and then I will draw my lines here to kind of know where the strings are going to go, where the center of the the box is. That also helps me figure out how to place, where to place this. And you'll also notice, if I'm looking down at the lines, that these screw holes, this thing is just slightly bigger than or wider than the neck. So I will also attach extra pieces to the side of the neck. So that's the start. The other thing I've done here is I went ahead and I took some material off of the headstock so that the tuners will fit. So the next will be to cut that shape, start shaping that. All right. So this is the fretboard drying, or dried up, glued up on onto the neck. I always use this level as a straight edge to make sure everything is pressed down flat and keep all the pressure even across the fretboard as it's glued up. These pieces here on the end and in the middle, they're going the opposite direction. It's just hope to try to keep it as square as possible on the neck, because it will slide around when you first put the glue on it. And then down here at the end, I got the little what I call wings, I guess, glued onto the back. That'll facilitate being able to screw down the bridge, or when I screw it down through the box. So in a little while, I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna glue that Cohiba laminate on the headstock. I also got the headstock kind of shaped a little bit roughly, so I'll glue that piece of wood on there, or I'll lay it on there and see how it looks, see if I like it, and then I'll probably glue that on there. And I have made some more layout marks, adjustment marks on this box lid. I know it looks like just a bunch of lines, but these two lines represent probably the outside edge of the neck as it comes through the box. That's my 25-inch mark, so that's where that's just to help me figure out where the bridge will land. This is a line for the top of my pickup covers, and then where you see these lines intersecting, that's where the volume and the volume and the tone knob will go. This is just showing what's on the inside. Same thing, this is where the screw will go to screw down the inside of the box. And I have a 3-way switch for this thing. I'm thinking about putting this 3-way switch here. We'll see. I also have a layout mark for the input jack, and I have a layout mark for sound holes, which will be on the top of the box as you're looking down at it. Okay, the neck, or the fretboard, has been glued up, and I've been working on the neck just a little bit. This is just the beginning stages. It's a Shin-2 rasp and a lot of 60 grit sandpaper so far, so I still got a lot more sanding to go, but we're getting there. We're getting really close. Also, the last time you saw the box, I just had tape on it. I now have all the components installed. The only thing I don't have installed is the bridge, and that'll go here. What you see, that wire there, that'll get cut. The wires will be exposed, and that's what'll ground the strings. It'll make contact. I'll put some copper tape on the bottom of this. I'll even put it on the box itself, and when the strings run through here, it'll complete that. So here is the inside. Still got a little bit of tuning up, but she is, for the most part, done up. Still got to put the sound hole on there, which brings me to another thing. So last night I painted the top of this black, because the sound holes are going to be up top here. So when you look through with that neck on there, it'll kind of just make it look better, clean it up a little bit. So that's where we're at so far. I got to be careful when I get to this stage, because I know I'm close and I just want to get it together, but this is where I really need to take my time. Alright, I apologize if you could hear the leaf blower in the background. It's fall, y'all, and that's where I'm heading after I get done putting a couple of coats of oil on this neck. So a little soldering iron, some fret wire, fretting hammer, fret leveler, a couple files, sandpaper, steel wool, and some tack cloth. And we finally got to this stage right here. So takes a little while to get the frets on, check to make sure they're level, and then get them dressed up, but that's where we're at right now. So now I'm gonna start the process of getting the neck oiled up, which is basically a hurry up and wait game. Get some oil on there, you gotta let it dry. So it's just a process. But once I get that done, I'll be ready to put this in the box, slap some tuners on there, and string her up. Okay, here's just a little sound check of the Cohiba. I'm gonna turn it down. Let's see here. It's got the sound holes up top. Sounds really good acoustically. It's plugged in. It's kind of on a muddy channel, but remember, this one has a 3-way switch. So flip it here, it's just playing this. Flip it in the middle, it's playing both. Flip it forward, it's just playing this one. So I'm gonna flip it to the back, kind of let's see here, just give you a sample of each one. So just a little bit of how it sounds. It also has a tone knob here, so you can mess with the tone as well. Dial it in, get it how you want it. But that's a good look at the Cohiba. It's really cool with this laminate on there, but you still get the 2 colors on the back. So with the lock tuners. Really nice guitar.